There's been a lot of concern about some terroristic attacks that could happen in the U.S., specifically during the 4th of July. Because when you look at the astrology of the 4th of July, you'll notice that the energy is a little bit wild. Mars and Uranus are conjoining at 3 degrees Gemini. Mars represents violence and passion, literally explosions and fire and things like that. Uranus represents surprises, unexpected events, sudden events. Something is going to happen. And usually, again, when Mars and Uranus make any type of connection, whether it's square, trine, whatever, something explosive does usually happen. But I specifically do not think it's going to happen in the U.S. Is it a possibility? Yes. I don't think it's going to happen in the U.S. I think it's going to happen elsewhere. These are the areas that will be affected the most by the Mars-Uranus conjunction. If you pay attention to the markers, there's like a red marker in the middle of that cross towards the right of the screen, that red cross. That is basically the zenith of the conjunction between Mars and Uranus. And if we zoom in, you see that's actually happening in Saudi Arabia. And these are the areas that honestly have been going through war. You pay attention to Lebanon and Palestine and Israel. You pay attention to what's happening in Sudan, even the struggles over in Egypt. Iran's involved and highlighted here too. This is where Mars, Uranus, and Mercury are culminating, meaning this is where it's at its peak. And in astrology, if a planet is culminating, is pretty much at its highest point on their midheaven line or near the midheaven. And the midheaven, as you guys know, is where everything's visible, where things are at its peak, where the whole world can see it. Everyone's aware, right? So these are the anti-culminating points of the Mars-Uranus conjunction, as well as the Mercury line. So basically, it's the Mars and Uranus IC line, as well as the Mercury IC line. When something is anti-culminating, we can't see it. It's at its lowest point. It's a lot of underground stuff happening. And so to me, it kind of represents that if something happens over in the Eastern Hemisphere, it's going to be involved because of things that are happening in the Western Hemisphere. But we are not going to be fully aware of the cause of it at this point. If we take a zoom in on America, right? The two places I pay attention to that are highlighted, I'm paying attention to, is Houston and Florida. Miami and Houston are having World Cup events during this time. These areas could potentially, if any area does, can have some threats, some attacks. But remember what I was talking about with the anti-culminating energy? The Mercury IC line literally goes straight through Washington, D.C. It's literally saying that our nation's capital